What's good with the YouTube? You know, it's your boy Dawn's from the Tropics coming to you with another video.
Okay, I gotta stop because I'm gonna fuck you up.
Today I got my friend Brandy next to me. We're just gonna talk to you guys about the pros and cons of post-graduation life.
So we're gonna start with the pros and cons. Which one we gonna start with? Pros first.
Yeah, we can do the pros first.
Well, I'm freshly out, into this ghetto.
Out into this ghetto.
I'm freshly out, but over the span of like 4 months, I love the freedom. Like for me being an artist, like I went to college for art, so that was very like stifling for me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like college was not the best place to find myself creatively. So like this time being out of college, I feel like I have like a fresh new slate and I'm able to like be creative. Cause I don't know, like college cannot teach you how to make art. Like it can teach you the industry, but not actually, like for me, art is like healing and therapeutic. So college is not teaching you that. They're teaching you how to be in the next gallery, which that's a whole nother thing. Like,
and not even just with art, like they don't, whatever your major is, you kind of just do what the teacher wants you to do. So they give you like common practices and like general steps on how to do certain things. But like you said, they ain't gonna teach you the creativity of it or like how to do things on your own. You got to practice and do that by yourself.
Like the creative element, like you said, with any subject, like that's important to me. I don't like being told to do too much. So it's like when you kind of like forging your own path, like when you value that, college doesn't mix. College mix for people that like the rule book, they go by the rule book, they play life by rule book. But if you like to kind of find your own path, go to the beat of your own drum, you don't care about doing what's always been done, college never mix. So it's nice to be out of the box and being able to figure out things for yourself without an assignment, without a deadline, your whole life revolving around 11:59. All that's going, like you have that.
Yeah, but it do teach you some good time management though.
Yes.
Just having that 11:59 deadline and like different homework assignments in a week, different things going on in a week. It teach you a lot about time management and organizing your time and yourself and how to like prioritize things too. Yeah. Like I know science in undergrad when I was trying to go to a party and I had a whole paper due that I forgot about. And I remember sitting in the back of the car, typing my paper on my phone in notes while I was driving to the party. Like, it was crazy. Like, it's going to teach you how to stay focused, even like when you want to do stuff. Like, I want to go to that party, but I know I still have something to do. Right. So, it gave me the discipline I need to be able to do that and not say, all right, well, I just can't get a 0. Because I couldn't. Okay, don't feel school.
And that's the pro. I guess we could go ahead and add that's the pro. Getting a degree, whether it's like an associate or bachelor's, whatever it is, that's a big ass accomplishment. That shows that you have discipline, and it's almost like, I'm not gonna lie, graduating college showed me if I can do this, I can do anything. Like it gives you that confidence. Enough for the week. It gives you that confidence to know if I can spend 4 years having to work for my books, having to work to get food in my mouth. If I can do that, investing time somewhere where you're not even getting paid. Like, that's the thing. College is such a big-ass investment, and you're not even getting paid for it.
No, you paying for it.
Literally.
Man, them college jobs don't be giving you that much money either.
They don't. Textbooks, $100, $200. You know what you can do with that money. But anyways, if you can get through that, you can get through anything in life. And literally having that confidence. And like, even you don't like going to get your master's, like it gives you that confidence. Like, I graduated, I can do anything in life. And you're gonna need that discipline.
Master's life is ghetto too.
It's ghetto, and you need that confidence for sure. Cause ain't nobody gonna give you that confidence for yourself but you. The people are preying on your insecurities. They're preying on your low self-esteem. They're preying on you not knowing your full potential. That is everybody in the world.
No cap.
So when you know that about yourself and you got the receipts, like, you're unstoppable.
I guess, and this could be something that's like a pro and a con. I guess it's like a lot of the relationships you make in college, they is dissipating. They'll go away. People move to different places. People fall apart. People get in different situations. As you get older, you realize you don't really want these type of people around you. So a lot of them is disappear. It could be a bad thing because you have to meet new friends, meet a new group of people that you want to be around. But at the same time, it also is a good thing too, because at least you could find people that you're comfortable around,
right?
or that like you could be yourself around. Ain't nothing wrong with like just being alone sometimes, and like kind of finding out what you want. But college kind of helps you with that too, because even amongst friends, even amongst like being around people, you still alone in your class. Your grade is up to you.
Right.
What you do and what you spend your time is up to you, and the only person that could affect that is you. So what you do in college is on you. If you want to go to sleep all day, teacher gonna make you come to school. Teacher gonna make you.
Right, you don't have your mom tell you to get up, pull your clothes, brush your teeth.
Ain't nobody gonna make you do it. So it help you. It give you tools that you need to say, all right, well, I was by myself anyway, so I could go by myself to this place and go meet this friend, or I could go by myself to work and go talk to my colleagues. It give you the push you need, because you sometimes in college you go do it, whether that be like stress with your classes, setting your schedule, whatever. Sometimes you go do it, but on the post-grad side, all of going through it is worth it. You ain't gonna be as stressed. I mean, you're still gonna be stressed.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna be as stressed.
It's like you're getting compensation now. Like college, you're like, especially for someone who had to work in college. Like I had to work, so I didn't get the luxury of just going to school. Like I had to keep a job. So in your head, you like, I'm spending 8 hours in class. 8 hours on the clock. What they could bring home, like
yeah.
So it's like all that, and you finally get out, and God be willing, you get a job. You're like, okay, I'm doing the same amount of work and discipline, but less of my time is given, less of my energy a little bit. Hopefully, you pick a job like that, and you're getting paid for it, and you're able to actually invest.
Sometimes could be ghetto though. Sometimes going to classes all day long and doing homework and stuff don't hit as hard as going to work.
No,
like you could do all that and still go out. Like you go to class, do homework, go talk to your friends, hang in the student center, go to the gym, whatever, and come home and still have the energy you need to do something else. Right. But like that 9 to 5 at work, that little whatever job you work in, 8 to 2 night shift, whatever you work in, when you get home, you tired.
That's why money isn't everything. That is exactly why money is not everything. Because like you said, like you're spending the same amount of hours. But the difference between going to school, like you said, you have that energy, you still, got that little fire in you. But when you spend that 8 hours at work, you're ready to go to bed. It's 7 o'clock, you're in the bed.
No doubt.
Like, ain't no going out. Don't call my phone. Like, and you doing that, 5 days a week? Versus 5 days a week just doing your homework or whatever. So, yeah, it's like, post-grad life, you have that freedom. But it's like, for me, I feel like college is like training wheels to adulthood. It's like a safety net. So it's like you're a halfway adult. Like, yeah, you work, but still there's like a safety net that's like keeping you from the real world, because your number one priority is school. When you graduate, your number one priority isn't school anymore, it's survival.
No cap.
Like, and that's a whole nother different thinking process. Your worries used to be that little 59 deadline. Now it's keeping a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're paying your bills, and if you're religious, making sure you keeping God in the mix of all of that. Making sure you're doing what God wants you to do, not what you want to do.
You don't got all these opportunities that you had in college. Like in college, you had, okay, I didn't do good on the test right now. I still got 2 more tests. I still got 2 exams. I still got other homework and assignments. It ain't like that after college. When you graduate, when you're working, not even just working, but anything you got in life, oftentimes you don't have 3, 4, 5 times to make up your situation.
No, it's like your choices. I mean, your choices always matter, because you can make some pretty big decisions in college. But again, you're in the real world now. So it's like, you got to really think about the decision that you're making. Like, it can be crucial.
And you can come late to class every day and still pass the class sometimes.
Come late to work.
You ain't gonna have no job.
And then when you don't have a job, you like,
and even if you do have the job, you losing hours.
Yeah.
So you might not be able to pay your rent. Or pay whatever bill, whatever you saving up for, going on that trip, whatever it is. So, like, even though the time just kind of the same, like the time you spend doing things, it's different. Consequences are different. But college gonna give you like that guideline to handle your schedule
It's
for a
almost
post-grad.
like being a baby in a playpen. Like you still able to, play around, wiggle around, but like you still got these parameters. But when you graduate, you're out the playpen now. Now you can go over the whole house. Now if you're gonna stick your finger in a socket or something, like it's like you have too much to get into now. And
nobody worrying about you.
Literally,
if you lose your job, you get homeless, you get into all these negative situations, nobody gonna care. People gonna look at you and walk away.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like going back to pros with friends, like even though you might have friends that spread out, that's a good thing with being an adult in the real world. Like if you want to go to another state, you got somebody you can link up with, because you've made all the different connections from different parts of the world. Or if you're getting a job, there might be somebody that is already, hopefully you have friends that speak you up. You know what I'm saying? Like hopefully you had a good circle in college that it still can contribute to your success, whether y'all in the same dorm or, 50 miles away. That's the good thing about college is like that networking really matters, because
it really do.
That could be a job. That could be you don't know. Your friend might be working at an apartment complex. You don't know.
You
and they can get you in. Like you don't know. Like you don't know. So like keeping those connections in college, they might not be as close as they were, but you never know when you might need somebody.
Connections with your professors too. Like
yeah, those are, oh my gosh. Do not, that saved me so much. I just thought, I didn't even think about that. Being on good terms with your professors literally is key. Like when I tell you all of my professors have contributed to me getting a job and just resources and grants, like it doesn't matter.
And you don't even gotta be their best friend.
Exactly. Like they'll be so cool with you that they're sending the stuff to you. Like they're thinking of you when they see things. Like that's actually a big pro. So
all it takes is just speaking up in class. Like if you answering questions, if you talking in class during their lecture, they gonna know your face at least. Go to their office hours, they gonna know you at least. So if you reach out to them, hey, I need a reference, they ain't gonna question it.
Especially like for me, I'm a teacher, so when you're a teacher and don't have no experience, you're hoping anybody will hire you. But having certain professors on my resume helped me get a teaching job, because they are like, oh, I know this professor, and if they're on here, like, so really I know it's not a tip, but if you are in college, if you're in college, really like don't be like, because I was quiet, but I also spoke up, so make yourself be known, especially if you're at a small college too. Like you're not at some big university where you're just a number. Like if you have a small ratio, like please let yourself be known. It's gonna really help out, especially when you're fresh into the job market and you need those people to vouch for you. It's gonna be hard to get a job.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I promise y'all I ain't sleepy though. I don't know what's going on with me, but yeah, like post college life, it ain't all bad. It ain't all good. It's heavily dependent on what you do, but like Brandy said earlier, like the freedom is different. Like if you wanna go to sleep all day long, you could do that. You in full control of your life now. You didn't pass college. You a real adult at this point. You ain't just you a real adult. So you grown now, so you could do whatever you want to do.
And that could be a good or a bad thing. A good thing because if you're in tune with God, you're really getting to know yourself. Then you realize, okay, whatever you feel like you couldn't do, this the time. Like, no restrictions. This is the time. You got the resources now. What you gonna do with them? Or it could be a bad thing where you just don't have discipline and you're indulging in the wrong friend group, or you're not managing your time right. So it's like it's literally so much freedom. It's up to you. And either way,
you have the time to get that discipline, to learn to be more disciplined and stuff like that. Because you ain't gonna have to be worrying about school no more, other things like that. If you need to take that time off to say, okay, let me get my mind right, get myself right. You don't got no distractions now because you're done with school. You ain't got no excuses. Your life is on you.
It's funny because in college, I feel like you had the excuse. You're like, well, when I get out of college, or I gotta worry about school. But once you get that degree, okay, now what? What's stopping you now? Nothing.
Stopping yourself.
And no one's gonna give you sympathy because they're gonna be like, well, you grown. Like, Which, like, literally, you're held
nobody,
accountable.
I ain't gonna lie, people don't care
They don't.
about you.
They don't.
I mean, not to say that nobody care about you, but most people don't care about you.
The world doesn't have sympathy for you.
If you ain't, like, directly affecting their life, then they really don't have much to offer you. Even your employers, even your, like, people at work, yeah, they might smile with you, and they might talk to you, but they really don't care what you're there for you in a heartbeat if they got to. You ain't important in their life.
And that's why you have to invest in yourself. Like, and we can talk about that. That's the biggest thing. Like,
investing in your own self.
You have to invest in yourself. Even the people that care about you, they're not going to be able to save you. This is not their life.
No.
You have to invest in yourself. Like, 100%. This is the time.
And stay consistent with it too. Like, the best investment in yourself is consistency.
Literally.
Like, even if you say you want to do something, do it. Even if you ain't do it, like, at the capacity you wanted to do it, that you wanted to do it, still do it, you know, because just being compatible gonna help you out. It's gonna help you out with learning discipline, and like the more you do it, the more you're gonna be able to show up for yourself and be consistent with yourself with new things in your life and any obstacle that you come across.
Because people are only gonna support you as much as you support yourself. Like, even the people that are in your corner, if they see that you don't even care, if they see that you're not even putting in that effort, how are you going to expect people to keep showing up for you when you're not showing up for yourself? Like, you literally have to be your biggest cheerleader, and everything else is going to fall in line. I mean, that's all God really wants you to do, is have that confidence in yourself, because he has the confidence in you. You need to have confidence in yourself, and then you're going to attract people that see your energy, and they're going to have that confidence in you as well. But if you got that energy where you're not even advocating for yourself, nobody's going to do that for you. People going to use you. There's going to attract leeches. People that want to drain you. People that's going, she don't even got boundaries, or he don't even got boundaries for herself, so let me see what I can get out of it. Like, when you don't prioritize yourself, you attract nothing but energy draining situations. And they can go for people, jobs, like even down to the food that you eat. Like, you literally have to take care of yourself and value yourself.
Like, no, for real. And keep things real. Like, keep it real with yourself. Like, don't allow yourself to get away with something just because it's you the one doing it. If you know, like, you trying to achieve a goal and you cheating yourself, or you get into a situation that you shouldn't have done, like, be honest with yourself about it. Confront yourself about it, so you'll be able to confront other people about it, and so that you could improve on, like, just doing it, just like getting yourself out of those situations or avoiding yourself from being in a situation in the heat of the moment. If you ain't really being real with yourself, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You're gonna keep making excuses for yourself every single time, and you ain't really gonna grow as a person. So that's detrimental to showing up for yourself. That's detrimental to improving your own quality of life. That's detrimental to your post-grad life and just your life in general.
Like that.
For real.
That's I don't know. I feel like that's a cheat code to life, really. So the thing is, like, God already believes, like, he made you. So he already knows what you're capable of.
And his image too, in his likeness. So
he knows what you're capable of. He's waiting for you to unlock that. And if you don't ever unlock that, God can't meet you there. God's not going to bless you or give you that plate if you're not ready to eat it. Because he can sit the plate in front of you, but you don't even believe in yourself enough to take it. So I feel like God, like, he makes all of us, and we have different things that he's waiting for us to unlock and get to. So the more you don't believe in yourself, the more you hold yourself back, the more you limit yourself, that's just more chapters and more blessings.
And if you ain't ready for your blessings, you ain't gonna get it.
Literally,
they could pass you by. They could pass you by. Like, even though your blessings have your name written on them and they for you, and you know when God made something for you, he only make it for you, you still could miss it.
Yes, you gotta want to open
miss it. Yeah.
You gotta want to take it. You gotta want to open it. You gotta want that for yourself. And people don't realize how, like, it sounds so crazy, but people really don't be wanting the best for themselves. Like, people really are okay with the bare minimum. That's not okay. You should never be comfortable with the bare minimum, period.
No, for real.
You should always want more. Not the standard, not the bare minimum. Like, you should always feel like you need more, period.
No, for real. And that's like, not even like being greedy or like just wanting, like, but yeah, you always really having more in terms of like more. I don't even know. Like, you should want to be a more healthy person. You should want to be more in tune with your relationship with people, your relationship with God. You should want to be like like more, but in a healthy way.
Yeah,
Not
in a cocky
more money
way,
or like
yeah,
more food, more like not greed type of
yeah,
more, but like more like in tune within yourself, you know?
yeah. Like, if you know you got dreams of opening up, I don't know, a business, don't feel like you gotta settle for Arkansas. You got dreams outside of Arkansas, then have that dream. Like, don't feel like you have to. It's baby steps to everything, but don't be afraid to want more out of what you see, especially your environment. Like, your environment is so crucial. Oh my gosh, like
your environment is not just where you are.
Yeah,
it's who you around for real.
That's literally the biggest.
For real.
For real, like, oh my gosh. Like, we gonna talk about that environment?
So, but who you around?
Oh god,
should affect you so deeply, because if you, for example, like right now, I record this YouTube video. If I was around people that say, "Wait, don't record it, but just find something else to do," you ain't never gonna get no viewers. You ain't never gonna let's just go drink. Let's just go play some ball. Let's go do. And ain't nothing wrong with like chilling out or going to play ball, nothing like that. But they shouldn't be bringing you down. If anything, they should be willing to say, "Hey, we can do a video together. We can do this with you, even if we ain't got no viewers. Still do it because that's something you want to do."
Right. And they believe in your dream.
And they believe in your dream. Like, your people are gonna support you. Be around people that are gonna support you. You don't even have to like the same things or be into the same type of situations, but support each other.
And I actually feel like your friend group should be a combination of like people that are different from you and people that are better than you. Like, people be so prideful where they don't want to learn from the people in their circle. If you can't learn from the people in your circle, you need to find a new circle.
If you can't learn from people at all, like if you ain't at a place where you feel like you need to learn from people, then you need to be away from people and heal yourself. Like, learning is the goal in life. You should always be learning. Be
willing and open to learn. And that's why it's like, you want to be around like-minded people, but don't be around too many similar people, because there's probably traits in me that I don't want to find in another person. Like, I need someone who's going to be different. And so, again, having
on different levels too, like in their mindset and maturity and
find friends that are in a place that you want to be. They're going to be able, if they're the right friends, they're going to be able to help you. Like, if you have a friend that it is great at working out, or they eat healthy, or they have the business established, don't feel like you got to compete with them. Literally be friends with them. That's your time to learn whatever they learn and take it and make it your own. Like, that's how you
and competition could be good if you have healthy competition. There's nothing wrong with rivalry, but when you want to compare yourself to somebody and like bring yourself down, like really compete to the point where you're hurting somebody else and dragging them down, like that ain't cool. That's not healthy.
Right.
That's
or you competing to the point where you can't even be your friend flowers because they where you want to be.
Yep.
There's something that they're doing that you can take. Like, just never understood that.
You know, rivalry goes with respect.
Yes.
You know, you are my rival because I respect where you are.
Yeah.
And I trying to get to where you are, but I ain't jealous of where you are.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to grow higher than you or grow to the highest point I can be, but I ain't trying to do that by stepping on you.
Literally.
You know? So,
because at the end of the day, like, let's say you go to the fullest to destroy or take whatever they got going on, you missing out on something you could have learned from them. Like, you trying to be better than them is not going to help you. You learning from them, because you don't know what you're going to learn from them that they're not doing.
No.
That you can put your personal spin on and either make something better or make just something that's more for you. Like,
yep. And then you don't know what doors you close into by hurting people and mistreating people. Like, these different opportunities you get from people like way down the line that you never even thought would have happened. You know, even if you see somebody, y'all doing the same thing, he had a higher place than you, you don't gotta talk to him about or treat him like an enemy. He could go on and get more famous and remember you and put you on.
Literally. I feel like that's just the biggest thing, I think, especially with being young in our 20s. I feel like we all be trying to compete with each other and put on this illusion, especially when it comes to social media.
And put our life on the schedule.
Yes, put on this illusion in front when we really all in the same boat. Like, we all trying to figure this out. We all trying to learn. And you get way more further in life learning and collaborating with people than trying to compete. Like, like you said, competition comes in handy. But when it comes to, if you see somebody that inspires you, the root of jealousy is inspiration. Like at the end of the day, you're jealous because you see something in them that you want. So turn that into, what can I learn from them, versus, well, I ain't gonna like her, she thinks she all that, or he think, like, no, like, you wasting energy that could be used to push you, like, further along. Like, again, having people, but some people are so scared of having someone in their circle that has traits that they don't have. Like, that intimidates some people.
Some people, like, they have it so bad. Like, I've even heard about a lot of situations where people stop being friends because they feel like people outdress them on their own birthday, and it's like, that's so weird, bro.
No,
like, you're all friends, you're all cool. Why y'all in competition now? You're dressed.
Literally, and that's
or
something.
It's like, if you feel like it's your birthday and you put the fit on, and then you go somewhere and you feel like, oh, my friend fit way better than mine, that means you ain't really had no confidence in yourself to begin with.
That means you didn't like your outfit enough. Because if I put something on and I feel like I'm cute, there's nothing nobody can tell me. So I'm not gonna be worried about
why is what your friend got on so much more spectacular than your brain.
And why would you want your friends to dress down? Like, that's the thing. Why would you want your friends to dress down because it's your birthday? You should want everybody to look good.
I'm saying, it's healthy rivalry. Everybody could be in competition healthily. Everybody look good.
Everybody look good.
We can see you look good together, but at the same time, like, that ain't even okay. It's you in the competition, you in the healthy rivalry, but that ain't even the main point. That's a side note. That's like, okay, everybody look good, cool,
right?
But like, you enjoying time with them on your birthday, that's the main important thing,
right?
That's the main important thing.
Make sure you wear this because I'm wearing this, and I like, no. If you really confident in yourself, and that's the thing about confidence, like, when you're confident in yourself, you're not worried about what nobody else got going on, because you so confident in yourself, you don't care. Nothing someone can do can affect you when you're confident. So when you worried about what someone else is doing or how somebody else gonna make you look, you're not confident.
Yeah, and you wasting your time, you wasting your brain power. You worrying about what other people got going on. You got your own situations going on in your life too.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to combat. You ain't gonna never be comfortable if you're too busy worrying about other people.
But that's the biggest thing too. I feel like they can hold you back. It's caring about what people think. First of all, that's in their mind, not yours. And you're never going to know what someone's thinking unless they tell you.
No.
And even then, have enough boundaries to where you might not even want to hear it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like...
Oh, for real. Because it's like, if I know that I want to, I don't know, start cutting the grass or something. I don't know. If I want to start cutting the grass or something, and I shouldn't be worrying about if people talking about why this boy cutting the grass, or like it's hot outside, right? A lot of other jobs he could do and all that. If that's something I want to do, then who cares? Who cares what other people say about it? I can't be worrying about who cut the grass worse than me or better than me, or who gonna watch me while you're cutting the grass, or what I gonna look like if I'm gonna be sweating around people. That's if I want to do it, so I should just do it, like go for it, and because it's something that I want to do.
Right. So it's like, I hope this question makes sense. So do you feel like social media plays a role in where I guess people in their early 20s feel like they should be? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like, I feel like people be beating themselves up that they're not like 19, 20, already in their high-rise apartment in New York. And I'm sitting here like, do you not see this economy? Like,
social media makes it hard for you to put yourself in a real perspective.
Yeah.
Because people, and then, so before I say that, people, they compare themselves to other people by default, because the only thing you could really do on social media is see what other people doing. And you don't really know what's going on. Like, I could post myself in a penthouse right now. That don't mean I living in a penthouse. That don't mean I own that. That don't mean I could be sneaking in there, breaking in there. You don't know what people are doing. And not to say that that's what people are doing, but there are people out there who faking it to make it. And on top of that, their situation ain't yours. You should be comfortable with where you are. And just being comfortable where you are and working where you are can help you to grow and elevate. But I do think social media play a big role in it, because everybody watching what other people doing. Everybody
and it's
watching.
Like this influencing culture too, where I feel like everything has to be an aesthetic, everything has to be perfect, like, and people don't realize like just like we set this up, like that's what they're doing. Like that's what they're doing. Like they're setting up a scene.
People setting goals for themselves too that ain't really attainable. Like it ain't not really attainable, but like for right now in your situation, you can't achieve that.
And it's like not the average person, and like you don't know what that person had to do to get that penthouse
for real,
or get that. Like you, and it's crazy what people go through to get things. And most of the time, and this is my biggest thing, I feel like we're in like a microwavable ass generation with everything. Relationships, jobs, even self-growth. Everybody wants stuff to be fast, and like nothing in life is easy or fast. And
opinions have like, way more of an effect than it should, than it needs to. Like,
I think that's our biggest problem with this generation. Like if I had to name our generation, they want the fast life. And everything is slow. Like real things are slow.
Slow, hard, long, expensive.
Yeah.
All that.
Like they want things. They want relationships to be fast. Y'all want to fall in love fast. You want to make. You want to get to that million or whatever salary fast. You want to heal fast. You want your clothes fast. Everything wants to be like fast because of social media. And it's like you don't even know how many months or years that person built behind the scenes to get to what they're displaying now. So
like it's like you could achieve those things fast, but because you achieve it so fast, you ain't really build a strong foundation on it. They will fall apart quick.
That's a good point. You can build a house, but what's the foundation look like?
Like it's a lot of companies out here, complexes that are getting built in weeks.
And
houses getting built in weeks, and like they can't make it through a storm. If a tornado or something was to hit, they couldn't make it through at all. I mean, other houses and stuff ain't gonna make it, but at least they're gonna last a little bit longer. They would stand up stronger. They would fall down. There's places where like, not even there's places, it's people who build relationships with other people, and they start dating within a week, and they month, whatever, and like when they start hitting through problems,
oh my god,
they ain't got no foundation.
That's like my biggest pet peeve of this like dating Jennifer-fuckeration. Jennifer-fuckeration. Like it grinds my gears because why do we think it's cute to fall in love in 2 weeks? That shit is not fucking cute or funny.
No.
It's sad because they serious. Like you think
they serious.
People are dead ass like one link up there in love.
It's things you used to do like at least like
you in love, you just
people did that in high school. People did that in the 9th grade and 10th grade. They would talk to someone, they would like them.
And we all been there as kids. Like that's yeah. But we are adults and we got people on social media like after 1 week I'm in love, after 1 week you my husband. You don't even know him, and we think this is cute and funny. Like this hookup culture, situationship stuff is so like I don't think that was a thing.
You can't get to know somebody after you're dating for real. When you hit an argument, when you hit a rough spot, you only ain't got nothing to fall back on.
And that's why you sick, ready to throw your life away because you literally you invested way too much, way too fast. Like no way you should be in love and attached to somebody you just met in 2 weeks.
And there ain't no way that your ultimate goal should be just to fall in love. Like you shouldn't be you
should be focusing on if you and that person are compatible. Like when that's how it's supposed to be. Like when you date, you might have like an attraction, but the goal should be let's make sure we compatible. Let's make sure we think about finances. Let's make sure our religion match up. Like all that shit is like
and then all the love stuff can just fall into place.
Yeah, the love stuff
gonna
come
fall
later.
Into place.
Like I need to know how are you with God? How's your relationship with God? How do you manage money? You know, do you value your temple? Like those type of things you should be worried about.
Right.
And if they check those boxes, then but no, it's you look good. Let's get in the bag. Let's get in the bag. No, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. These folks, let's get in the back. We're not even taking nobody on dates no more. We just get in the car.
Just get in the
car.
We
talking for 30 minutes to an hour. You look good. Let's get in the back. now you my sticky link.
I'm gonna start saying it. Let's get in the back. That's gonna be my new motto. Let's get in the back.
It's
nah, though, for real, it's crazy.
Like dates aren't even a thing anymore.
No. Well, I think it's still a thing.
It is, but it's not common. Because people rely on DMs and stuff.
I think people kind of like what dates has changed.
Yeah, okay, that's better. Yeah, so we having dates, but they not. Yeah.
I think what dates is and like the purpose of dates and like how to date has been something that's changed. And also like a lot of people say that, you know, people don't dating has changed, but then they don't teach their kids that, like, they don't teach their kids how to date or what it means to date or like what they should do on a date.
True.
I mean, a lot of people be really protective over the kids, which I understand.
So do you feel like that's something they need to learn?
Yeah, I feel like as a parent myself, instead of me being mad at my daughter, trying to avoid her from dating niggas, trying to say like people gonna hurt her and stuff, instead of me putting that into her head, I should teach her like effective ways to date. And like to not give everybody a chance, but if you do, you should know like what you deserve, what you want, what it should look like, what the process should be. And son too, I don't have to tell him, okay, just don't go play all these girls, just do this. But if you wanna date a girl, let them know what that should look like. You know, even if you ain't did that, but now like since you get older and you kind of know what it should look like, you could pass on that knowledge, because it's like they kids in the younger generation, they don't know. They're just going in, they know they like this girl and they're just doing whatever. So you can't really go off of things you don't know.
I feel like that's so true. Like teaching kids how to effectively date, because I forgot the statistic, but I know like because Arkansas doesn't want to like teach kids how to have safe sex, they just say don't have sex. That's why we have so many teen pregnancies, because no one's sitting down telling their kids like all these different methods they can go by. So same with dating, instead of telling your kid don't date, you're not allowed to date till this, like sit them down and teach them the standard. And I ain't even saying like you just gotta endorse them dating. Like I don't, it's just like if it happens, teach them how to properly do it, just like with sex. If it happens, get them the awareness of it. This is how you should do it. Like that, I've never heard some people say that. Like that's interesting. Yeah, I think I never heard people say it either. So but I couldn't date until a certain age. You got like people who they have different relationship with their parents, like especially with younger parents, where like they have had that conversation, at least like what dating look like for them and what they wanted to see. So like they more aware of it. And then you got the people that like their parents super strict. Yeah, that was me. And I had super strict parents, so most and of that all they do is you had is like when you sneak around. I was about to say all they do is set up the best sneaky, like the sneakiest person ever. That's all the being strict does. Like until your kid pregnant, they can't hide it no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting. If you ain't really creating a safe space for your kids to let them know, like, okay, you gotta really come talk to them about it, and then not only just talk to them about it and kind of like say, all right, you don't need to be dating no one anyway. You don't need but actually have a conversation with them. Say like, all right, cool. I still think that it's way too early for you to be doing this. But since you're doing this, let's talk about it. I don't think you should date right now, but I should at least tell you what you should expect with someone if you do go on a date. I should at least tell you like what you should not go for and stuff like that, just to give you that awareness. But you can let them know, you can enforce that I don't think you need to be dating. You shouldn't date until you finish school, turn 18, whatever because you know, your kid, you do whatever you want, whatever your little goals are. But at the same time, like getting that awareness. So at least when they walking into it, they ain't walking into it blind. And then too, sometimes it takes for them to get their heart broken. It do. For them to realize this is why my mom. Because that's the thing with me, like when you have strict parents that always tell you what not to do, as a kid, you're going to be tempted to do exactly what they tell you not to do. And it's not until you do it that you're like, oh, okay, now I see why they said this. So luckily, you know, none of my situations fucked up my life. But, you know, it's just kind of like it took me bumping my head literally before learning why they said what they said. But maybe if I would have had that conversation instead of just don't do this, have an actual conversation and actually teaching me something, maybe I would have been more cautious before it got, you know, to that point. You would have been able to recognize the red flags or whatever, you know. Yeah, we didn't deviate off this topic, but, you know, it's cool, you know, we could just finish up. Yeah. But
bringing up that point, I want to talk about like parents, like relationship with parents.
Oh God.
So.
Oh, I hope I don't get canceled.
No, but
I hope I don't get canceled. I'm a little salty.
I don't care about getting canceled because opinions, bro. It's just my opinion. My opinion should not hurt you because it's my opinion.
Right.
You can believe what you want.
What do I know?
You can believe what you want.
But
yeah, I think that if, as a parent, if you ain't really giving your child a space to talk to you, you shouldn't really get mad at your child when they don't talk to you when they get in these situations. Like, yeah, I mean, you get mad because of the situation. You don't want them in the situation, but at the same time, like, a lot of parents, like, they go to discipline their child or shut up their child and judge their child and don't realize, like, you part of the blame too.
Literally.
You know, I get in a situation because I couldn't talk to you because all you do is shout at me. All you do is judge me. All they do is scrutinize me. So, like, why would I come to you? I'm more than likely to go to my friend who I could actually have a conversation with. My friend, the same age as me, he ain't no shit. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you don't got that space. You ain't giving that space.
Right.
And then it'd be the same parents that when they get older, they want to talk to you. They want to be your best friend.
Yeah, it's like,
crazy.
No.
It's crazy.
No, for real. I don't know. I feel like I don't have kids, so I can't speak too much, but I do feel like it's like either the parents are too strict or I don't know. Maybe younger parents have always younger parents has always been a thing, but I don't know. I feel like the parenting has become way more lax, like this gentle parenting wave.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Which I'm here for a little bit. Not really. And then with me being a teacher, school system's ass, and it's because it starts at home. Like, the structure that we had growing up, it's not there no more at all, and that is why the school system is at jeopardy. That is why it's a teacher shortage. That is why kids are behind. COVID already fucked things up, but at the end of the day, like, when you are not at home teaching your children basic ass etiquette, how to come into a space and sit the hell down. That shit that a teacher can't, like, we over here, we can't even get to a lesson because kids don't even know how to sit down and be quiet for more than 2 seconds. Their attention span is shit because their parents stick them on an iPad and let them scroll on TikTok all day. Yeah. They don't know how to write their name, but they know every song, every lyric to this rap song. Like,
and I really don't agree with gentle parenting, but it ain't that I saying that you should always abuse your kids, hit your kids, suck them. It ain't even that. It's just that there should be a balance. You should not always get angry at your kids, but at the same time, you should discipline your kids. Because that's how they gonna learn right from wrong.
It's all these excuses for these kids, and they know. That's the thing. People think kids don't know. Oh my gosh, they know we're making excuses for them. They know that they're getting by, and no offense to disabilities because they are valid, but they know when people are making loopholes for them. Kids know. Like, they're the most intuitive creatures down this earth.
They do know. They
don't know how to articulate. Yes, they don't know how to identify it. They don't know how to identify it or articulate it, but they know. And kids are preying on that now. Like, that's all they do is look for the next loophole, look for the next way around something. And parents are allowing it, and then they're getting mad at the teachers or getting mad at whoever got to put up with that kid for the day. They're mad at them because they can't get their way. This is not their world.
Yeah, you still have to be able to teach them.
You make excuses for your kids at home. Yeah, like, you let them do what they want to do at home.
They don't need to be talking to you crazy. You know, you don't gotta get mad at them all the time for things that they doing, but you need to teach them how to respect you, because if you ain't teaching them how to respect
they're not gonna respect anybody else.
They ain't gonna respect nobody else. And then at the same time, when they in these situations where they ain't respecting other people and people lashing out at them because they being disrespectful, you're gonna get mad at those people, not at your kids.
Literally.
You know, and you're gonna be protective of your kids because they're your kids, but you teaching them that anything they do, they get away with it.
It starts at home. Because for me, I didn't want my mom called, not one time. And if she got called, she wasn't called again, because that's the type of household my parents said. Like,
I always gotta remember the situation.
That was the worst thing, calling home. I didn't want that. Like, don't call. That's why I didn't go to school acting up, because I knew if I got a call home, I knew if I brought home a short form or a long form, it was over with. That's something these kids don't have. They don't.
Not at all.
Like, they don't have that accountability anymore.
Not at all.
We had accountability and we had structure. We had a system where if this thing happened, this is going to happen. We had consequences. Kids don't have consequences for their actions anymore. All they have are excuses being made for them because of.
And it should be different level of consequences too. Like not it shouldn't just automatically go to beating them.
No, like hold them accountable. You can hold a kid accountable through a conversation. You can sit down and hold a kid accountable through a conversation and then think of a consequence before it gets to all the whooping and stuff.
And then when you talk, you can't just talk. If I, like me as a kid, if I know that the only thing you can do to me was talk to me, I was not gonna care. I was gonna sit down and have that conversation every single time.
It's not till
I was a bad kid too, so
yeah, stuff got to get taken away. There needs to be some time, thought, and shoot me, cancel me. But I do believe in a good old fashioned whipping. Like
I do too. Like
I
mind you, it have to be like.
And I'm fine.
I would say, if you get a whipping, it have to match what you did. Like,
and the thing is, I was a kid where I didn't want to whip it. So guess what? Don't do shit to get a whipping. It's that fucking easy.
But dog, I ain't gonna lie, my phone is dead, Dread, unfortunately. But I still get the whole audio clip. So if y'all really interested in hearing the rest of it, just put it down in the comment section below. And what I can do is I can make like audio podcast and I can post it, put the link in here so y'all to get it. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and without further ado, we out.
Baby, I'm the realest that hop up on your same. So please look it, don't take me for no lame. I know it's intense to deal a nigga from the island, but don't fall under pressure, I promise I'll keep you smiling.